The habit ruining your life isn't a bad one. It's one you've been praised for. Teachers rewarded it, parents encouraged it, society celebrates it. But it's the reason you are stuck, the reason opportunities slip by, the reason you spend hours thinking, planning, and tweaking, yet never actually move forward. That habit? Perfectionism. But here's the twist. It doesn't look like perfection. It hides as procrastination, self-doubt, and phrases like, I'm just being realistic. So in this video, I'll show you how perfectionism silently controls your life, often without you even realizing it, and a simple 3-step process to finally break this habit for good. To start, let's look how perfectionism actually runs your life. Let me tell you how I spent 6 months launching my YouTube channel. I was researching, planning, taking courses. Every day felt productive, like I was being smart and responsible, doing it the right way, unlike those who rushed in unprepared. But months later, I still had no channel, just research, ideas, and notes. Then one day, a friend launched her own channel. In 1 week, zero research, zero planning, just filming, uploading, and improving with each video. And it worked. In 4 weeks, she had more videos, more views, and more subs than I did. Not because it was perfect, but because it was published. That's when it hit me. I wasn't being strategic. I was just afraid to fail, and I had disguised that fear as getting ready. That's the thing about perfectionism. On the surface, it doesn't look like fear. It hides behind being smart and logical. So here are the 3 traps that keep it invisible. The first trap is the logic trap. You don't call it perfectionism. You use words that sound rational, like I'm just being strategic, I have high standards, I'm being realistic, I'm waiting for the right moment, I'll start once I'm ready, and so on. These phrases sound legit, so you never question them. But in reality, it's perfectionism hiding underneath each of them, making all your decisions, while convincing you that you are the one in control. The second trap is called the identity trap. You have probably told yourself things like, I can't be a perfectionist, look at my messy room, or perfectionists finish things, I always procrastinate. And that's the trap. Perfectionism doesn't mean you do things perfectly. It means you avoid doing things that might be imperfect. So it shows up as endless research with no action, starting 10 projects, finishing none, feeling not ready for years, or comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. Your brain has convinced you that because you're not color-coded planner type, you don't have perfectionism. But that hesitation, that constant waiting until you're ready, is perfectionism. Just the invisible kind. Trap number 3, the safety trap. Here's what perfectionism offers you. Stay here with me. Don't try. I'll protect you from judgment and failure. And your brain takes that deal. Because as long as you're preparing and planning, you never have to face the terrifying question. What if I try my best and it's still not enough? You get to keep your potential locked in a theoretical safe, where it can never be tested or disappointed. Perfectionism quietly runs in the background, making decisions, avoiding risks, and keeping you stuck, all while convincing you that you are being smart and responsible. It trades growth for comfort. You never fail, but you never move. Now that you see how perfectionism operates, let me show you the exact process to break free from it. Breaking perfectionism isn't about willpower or motivation. It's about recognizing the pattern and knowing how to interrupt it. Here's a 3-step process that will help you do exactly that. Step 1 is to recognize the pattern. Think of something you've been meaning to do but haven't started yet. Got it? Now imagine I said, go, do it right now. Spend just 15 minutes on it. It doesn't have to be good, just start. Do you notice that immediate resistance? You probably had a valid reason why not to do that. I don't have the right tools yet, or I need to learn more about it, or now is not the right time. That reason? It's not logic. That's perfectionism activating its defense system. Your brain just made up a reason to protect you from the potential imperfection. And it happened so fast, so smoothly, that you almost didn't notice it. That's the moment when perfectionism makes the decision for you and disguises it as your own reasoning. So, how do you catch it in real time? Look out for these 3 phrases. Phrase number 1, I just need to, and it's usually followed by learn more, research more, plan it better, etc. But what this actually means is, I'm afraid this won't be good enough, so I'm delaying it. Phrase number 2, I'll do it when, insert perfect condition, when I have more time, when I feel more confident, when it's ready, and so on. What this means is, I'm setting conditions that will probably never be met, so I never have to risk failing. Phrase number 3. If I can't do it right, I shouldn't do it at all. What this means is, I would rather do nothing than do something imperfect. And notice the little relief when you decide to wait. That seemingly good feeling? It's a trap. Your brain just gave you permission to avoid discomfort. When you catch yourself thinking any of these phrases, simply pause. Don't judge. Just acknowledge that this is my perfectionism speaking. And once you have become aware of the perfectionism pattern, the next step is to understand what it is protecting you from. Let me show you how to do that. I'm going to be vulnerable with you now. For years, I believed that I have high standards and I cared too much about quality. But it was a lie. The real reason why I never successfully finished my projects, I never gave it my best. And if I never gave it my best, I never had to find out whether my best was good enough. It was easier to quit as soon as things didn't go well instead of spending months or years on something and then still fail. Perfectionism was an unconscious loophole. It gave me a way out. These unfinished projects kept my potential safe, untested, because deep down I was actually terrified of what if I gave it everything I had and it still wasn't enough? What if I'm just mediocre? That thought was so unbearable that I spent years avoiding it, and I disguised that avoidance as preparation and waiting for the right moment. And only when I realized this, my perfectionism started to lose its power. So here's what perfectionism is really protecting you from. Fear number one, judgment of others. If I do something and it's not perfect, people will think I'm incompetent or stupid. And the hidden belief is my worth equals my achievements. Fear number two, your own judgment. If I try and fail, I will have to face my limits. The hidden belief is as long as I don't give it my best, I can still believe that I'm capable of more. And fear number three, success. If I succeed, I lose the excuse of not being ready. And a hidden belief is staying small feels safer than being seen. Here's the truth. You're not afraid of failing. You're afraid of finding out your best might not be enough. So perfectionism offers you a deal. Don't try. Stay safe. Avoid judgment. But here's what nobody tells you. The judgment you're avoiding, it's happening anyways. Every day you don't try, you are judging yourself. You're proving yourself that you are someone who doesn't follow through, who stays stuck, who lets fear win. The irony? You are already experiencing the life you're afraid of. So just name it. Call it out if you need to. Like, I'm afraid people will think I'm not good enough. Or I'm afraid I will try my best and fail. Because once that fear has a name, it starts to lose its power. Next, let me show you what to do once you have named that fear. Imagine climbing a staircase in complete darkness. You can't see the top or even the next few steps. You can barely see your own feet. So you do the only thing you can. You lift your foot, feel the next step, and take it. Now you're one step higher. You don't need to see the whole staircase. Each step you take makes the next one visible. If you stand at the bottom waiting to see the whole staircase before you climb, you will wait forever. The lights aren't coming on. The truth is, you don't climb by leaping to the top. You climb by finding the next step you can actually reach. So ask yourself, what quick step could I take in the next 15 minutes? It doesn't have to be good or even decent. It can be the bare minimum step that just gets you moving. For example, if you're avoiding project, don't build the whole thing. Just do one small thing you've been avoiding. Even if it's messy and incomplete, it still counts. Here's how to do it. Step number one, set a timer to 15 minutes. Then give yourself permission to do it badly. Quality comes later. Now it's just about getting started. Step number three, do only that one step. Stop when the timer goes off. The goal isn't quality, it's momentum. Crossing the threshold from thinking to actually doing. Once you have something bad, you can make it slightly less bad, then okay, and then good. Because you can't edit a blank page or improve something that doesn't exist. And that's how you start breaking perfectionism's grip. Not by waiting to see the whole staircase, but by moving one step at a time. And if you want to learn another powerful way to overcome perfectionism, click the video on screen where I share my favorite technique, the 50% rule. It's simple but incredibly powerful, and it will help you take action without waiting for things to be perfect. I'll see you there.